1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Those vegan guys.
I thank you.
Hiya, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And we're doing our very first video with our brand new setup with a fancy shiny light and a microphone plugged into what's essentially my phone. That's what we've done all our other videos, haven't we?
You see fancy people with fancy lenses that they attach to the phones. We've not opted for that. We're just going for the mic and light setup with the rig.
Yeah, and a little kind of thing so Jason finds it easier to move around because you're usually the one carrying the camera. Anyway, I digress.
Who are we?
We are
Those vegan guys.
I've nearly sang it then.
Oh well.
Like the beginning bit. This is our monthly, although it hasn't been monthly of late, has it? Because Jay's dad's been a bit poorly and had a couple of hospital visits, quite a few hospital visits in fact, but is now on the mend and looking quite well actually. So this will be the first one in 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
But usually every month we have a lovely family dinner and with Jason's mum, dad and sister and my mum, so the 6 of us, and usually, well always we do a great meal, but it's usually quite standard, like I might do, one of our videos is broccoli soup, I believe, followed by shepherd's pie, or was it rocket soup followed by shepherd's pie? Anyway, you know, it's kind of standard stuff like that, and I'll knock a brownie up, or, you know, but last time they came I was like, hey, they said what? I said, hey, they said what? I said, why don't, no, none of that happened. I said, why don't we theme our future dinners, make them a bit more exciting? So this month's theme is
American diner, more specifically.
American Diner. So we've gone for that. I don't know if you've ever seen a film called Starman. Oh, God, I love that film so much. Keep saying they're going to remake it. Better not, actually, but they should do a follow-up.
Jeff Bridges would not stand for it.
Jeff Bridges is so amazing in it. It's such a... If you haven't seen Starman, the original 70s,
Yeah.
just 70s,
Late
isn't it?
70s.
Film, it's absolutely brilliant. Anyway, there's a scene in it right near the end where there's no apple pie in this diner that they go to. So the fella says, ain't got no apple pie, how about you try the cherry cobbler? Wife cooked it up this morning, I had a slice myself. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay, I think.
Something along those lines, yeah. It's pretty accurate.
And it properly stuck in my mind. So today's menu is corn chowder, which is another kind of standard thing in the soup family, so we've got our soup covered. And then we're going to do, it got really dark.
Right with the light.
No, sun's just gone in. We're doing corn nearly said corn chobler.
Corn chobler. Yes. Chowder. It's chowder.
We're doing our version of corn chowder, which is corn chobler.
Yeah.
Then we're doing Linda Mac burgers, you know, quarter pounder ones, with curly seasoned fries, small seasoned curlies, and coleslaw, and then pudding, cherry, cobbler.
Just told the whole story.
It's because I said chobler.
Chobler. Cherry chobler. Corn chobler. Cherry chobler.
We're doing cherry cobbler. If you do this recipe, trust me, please, when I say buy tinned cherries.
It wasn't that bad.
Price was a bit...
Oh, the price was terrible, yeah. The price, it was very expensive, but it might not be expensive in other parts of the world.
Them's the cherries. Them's the seeds and the tops of the cherries. £9. That was. Mind you, there is 615 grams now that they've been de-seeded and de-topped. So we'll get on with cooking. This is the first time I've made a cherry babbler.
Said we. We'll get on with cooking.
Oh yeah. This is the first time I've made a cherry babbler, and and the first time I've made a corn crowd surf. They'll have different names throughout this
Some people
video.
click through videos, you know, and they'll just catch this little bit and be like, corn crowd surf? What are you making?
So yeah, let's get on with cooking, shall we? It is today. This is standard cooking procedure for me when we've got family coming around and I'm kind of cooking all sorts. It's going to be loads of things all at once. So if you want to make any of this, you're going to have to just pick the bits you need to do the completed dish. And as usual as well, I'm not using anybody's set recipe. What I tend to do is I go online, I search Google, so I'll look at maybe 10, 12 recipes for cherry cobbler, and I pick the simplest bits from all of them and think, right, so if I do that and if I use that much flour then, because yeah. So that's what I'm doing today basically. So first off, I've got my 600 grams of fresh cherries are in there with 2 tablespoons of sugar and a really tiny bit of water. And here I've got a tablespoon of corn flour with a tablespoon of water to just go in there basically, which will thicken it up because you don't want a watery sauce.
Can I come in and have a look at that?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you don't want a watery sauce, so, and I'll leave that to cook for a bit longer now. It's a good job I cleaned the cooker, isn't it? And I'll turn that down to simmer, and then I'm going to start making the soup by cutting this one sweet potato into little pieces with 1 white onion, and I'm going to saute them in this big pan with a bit of oil before I add my corn, coconut milk and vegetable stock, which will inevitably make the soup. So yeah, corn flour in the cherries to thicken them up. I'll take them off soon and set them in the bottom of the pan ready for me to make the top. And I'm now going to start the soup with sweet potato and onion. That's about the size you want your sweet potato pieces and your onion for gentle frying. Cherries now done and ready to be put into the tray that I'm going to actually bake the cherry cobbler in. There you go. Come over here, there's more. Just to let you know that I've gone for 500 grams, this for the topping for the cherry cobbler. I've gone for 500 grams of plain flour, 1.5 tablespoons, I know that sounds a lot, of baking powder, 85 grams of sugar, 6 good spoonfuls of Flora dairy free or any kind of soya margarine, and then 120 millilitres of milk, although I might need a little bit more milk. If you come and have a look, some of it is still quite kind of crumbly, but a lot of it's come together now. And for the soup, I've added just under 400 grams of sweet corn to the now cooked sweet potato and onion. And the next step for that is going to be 300 millilitres of veg stock and a can of coconut milk. Cook it up and blend it. That's your soup. That's your corn chowder. I'm more worried about this cherry bombler. But there they are, all set in there ready for the top to go on. So fingers crossed, everything's going to work out. I'll get back to this, you get back to whatever you were doing, and come back when you've got a minute. We'll have a chat. I'm pretty much happy now with the topping for the cobbler, and all of the recipes that I came across pretty much said the same thing. Just kind of pull bits off, flatten it, you know, in your hands, and lay them kind of tiled on top of each other, and they'll kind of cook into each other. That's the hope. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing here now. Got to come and have a look, Jay. So this is the cobble top bit. So I'm just going to do that and have a look at the soup while you're there. It's now got 300 ml of veg stock in it and a can of reduced fat coconut milk. So pretty soon I'm going to blend that, and it should just do 6 people perfectly for a lovely starter for our May family meal. And we'll show you these things when they're cooked. I got this off a friend a couple of years ago of Christmas and never worn it, and I just thought, hey, why not? There's a hat to match. It's too much. It's a big tall chef hat with the same emblem on the front, and it should really say only gay cooking in the kitchen, because there's another one there.
True that.
Behind camera. Just wanted to show you this. That's the cobbler. I've just, you know, stretched all the pieces of dough out, and it's quite thick on top. There's kind of a double layer of dough all around, and the advice is to cook it on 180, which I'm going to do, and apparently all this swells up and puffs out and stuff. And the corn chowder is now blended. We didn't want it too smooth because it's a chowder. When all said and done, it's not just a thick soup, so there is some texture in there. There's some sweet corn skins and, you know, some little, and it's nice. So there you go. When that comes out, we'll show you that. Soup's done, ready to serve. And oh, I kept that. Marvellous timing. Oven's just preheated. And then that will take around 40 minutes, I reckon, on 180. I'm going to keep a real eye on it though, so I'll let you know the exact time. And what I'm going to start doing is putting the measurements for the recipes down in the info, because I know that's going to help a lot of you. So yes, corn chowder, cherry cobbler, and burgers. Everyone knows that. Whack a burger in the oven and put it on a bun, and that's all we're doing. We have, however, I'll show you these, bought 2 coleslaws from Asda, but they're actually coleslaw kits. So this one was a ranch kit. Now, here's the really important part that I have to tell you about this. The ranch kit is not vegan, it's not even vegetarian, so to be honest with you, I probably won't buy it again. But the sauce comes separate in a packet inside, and I just wanted the veg. But then I'm like, but you've bought something with milk and eggs in, you stupid fool, to throw it in the bin. But I wanted the veg chopped up and ready, you see, which is lazy really. And all I've done is I've mixed veganese, lemon juice, salt and pepper with that one. And then the other one is vegan. That's a sweet chilli one, a sweet chilli coleslaw kit that you can get at Asda. So we've got 2 coleslaws, curly fries. I haven't even done the curly fries yet, Jason. You on it? We'll see in a bit. Just wanted to show off my fancy bit of kit. Jay's mum and dad got us this a few Christmases ago. It is a Kitchen Complete spiralizer. And we've used it a couple of times. I've got it on the biggest setting at the moment. But you basically whack your potato in, whack it on like that. And then start making spirals, which are going to be our fries, like curly, crispy fries. I just wanted to show off. Because there is a new gadget in the kitchen. The male ape wants to try his hand. He pushes the female away. My David Attenborough moment.
It's not as good as yours.
It's fun though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. Like it.
And now we'll do the sweet potato.
So Paul's going to introduce you to our family.
I am. There's,
Oh, you look like you've got
well, you can tell which is my mum, can't you? Gobby won't talking as soon as I
Yes,
walk in.
of course.
So there's my mum, Joan, and there's
Hello.
David and Rona, mum and dad Brom, and Don Brom
Hi.
Brom.
as well. And our table's all set up and ready, and Mr. Bromley's just making a brew. I know, a cordial for Dad and a tea for my mum. And your mum and Donna and me and you will be having wine. But this is what I wanted to show you. Ignore the toaster, we rarely clean it, we're filthy. There's the cherry cobbler.
Cobbling away.
Well, it's finished, it's golden brown, it's beautiful. I've took it out the oven now. And we've got our curly fries. Oh, steamed up the phone. Curly fries in there at the moment. And soon our Linda Max will be going in there. So there you go. We'll see you shortly. Thank you very much. There's the soup all ready to serve. I'm not one for fancy bowls. I'm not wiping round edges. I'm not a restaurant. But we're going to enjoy this soup very much with a crusty bread roll, no less. Everybody loved the soup. Soup was nice, wasn't it, Jeff?
Soup was stunning.
It was honestly really nice. Try the corn chowder. Come here. This is what everyone's getting. They're getting Linda McCartney quarter pounder burger, a slice of follow your heart smoked gouda, 2 I believe they're farm food chicken poppers, and a Quorn chicken nugget. And have a look at the table, Jay. Take them in, show them the table, and there's the slaws and the sauces.
Like that. I love ting.
Cheers everyone.
Cheers.
Sorry for surprising you. I just wanted to look and take in all the delightful fixings, the burgers
Surprise.
Thank you.
on the table.
Thank you.
There we go.
Before we all eat it all.
Absolutely.
We'll see you in a bit when we've plated up the cherry cobbler. Going great so far. Take care, lad. Hello. It's the end of the day for us. We've fed everybody, haven't we? They've all gone home delightedly full. With great full bellies. The only thing we didn't take a picture of today, I've uploaded a picture already, which you probably will have seen on Instagram or Facebook, of the soup and the cherry cobbler. The soup, the corn chowder, was fabulous. Definitely going to be making that again.
Yeah.
The cherry cobbler was lovely, but I think the ratio of cobbler was a bit too much.
Yeah. I mean, for some it would probably be, they might say it was a little bit heavy for a dessert, but it was the first time with the cobbler recipe, so it was kind of trial and error really, and it did expand quite a lot, didn't it?
Yeah, so I think next time I would probably use, whereas I used 500 grams of flour, I would probably just use 350 and a tablespoon of baking powder rather than 500 and a tablespoon and a half. So that's the only correction.
But everyone loved it.
I would make. Yeah, and the burgers went down a treat. If you've got family and friends, doing what we did today, we basically had some curly vegetable fries, and we had mustard mayo and ketchup and 2 different coleslaws and salad, and we just took out a burger, just a burger and a cheese slice on a muffin, didn't we?
Yorkshire burger.
Yeah, because it was an oven bottom muffin, which we thought would be more acceptable for our folks. But everyone built their own burger up, and it was really fun. Lots of stuff to pass around the table and
all
share.
the fixings.
Yeah.
Well, you saw it before when we had a little scan of the table.
Yeah, so it was really, really nice. But yeah, we would definitely recommend the corn chowder. Definitely recommend burgers as a main meal with all the fixings. The fixings are crucial, aren't they? And I would definitely recommend the cherry cobbler when the price of cherries come down and I get the measurements right on the cobbler.
Yeah. In fact, I'd be interested to know anybody viewers out there. Let us know the price you pay for cherries, because we think we got royally ripped off.
Yeah, you saw the amount of cherries we showed you previously, beginning of the video. £9 for a bag. I mean, they were beautiful cherries.
Yeah.
They, but £9 for a dessert for 6 people, I suppose it's not that bad really, is it?
Yeah.
It's family. We love them. I'm remembering to say it now. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. and subscribe down there, or wait till the end of this because our big faces will come up, and you can subscribe there. And if you're watching it on Facebook, please like and give us a comment and spread the word. Share alike. Came back to haunt me that when I was a child. Shall I tell them the story?
If you want.
I'll tell you very, very quickly, right? I was in an arcade, I was only a child, with like mum's friend's son. So we're playing in this arcade, and he kept winning, and I kept grabbing half the money and saying, share alike, share alike. And then I won, and he grabbed half my money and said my thing to me.
What did you do to him?
Share alike. Well, I let him do it.
Did you?
Yeah, I was but I remember thinking, get off, I hate you, I hate what you're doing. And it was exactly what I've been doing. There's a lesson in there for us all about life and who we should be and how we should treat other people. Anything else, Jen? Anything to say?
It's been lovely. It's been a long weekend. I'm rather worn out. So yeah, really hope you guys have enjoyed this one. As I said to the family earlier on, this was completely new for us today. So Paul's done amazingly well, particularly with the corn chowder and the cherry Cobbler. So yeah, it's been awesome. So we're gonna chill, have a glass of wine, and as always, thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much, and we'll see you again soon. Bye. What are you still doing here? The movie's over.